I'm DebDedrick, certified high performance coach and your expert guide to leading a happy life, here with tip number 72, how to build people up, how to build others up. I think that's a very important thing or skill that you could develop if you want to take your life, your business, your family to the next level. If you can focus on others instead of always on yourself, you'll find that your relationships become more powerful, more enriched, and happier. And it's my mission as your coach to give you the tools and the frameworks that you can use so you can do this. So let's get right on it. So the number one thing that I think you could start with is when somebody's talking to you about something that they're worrying about or dwelling on, listen and don't interrupt. That sounds easy, but listening and lip locking your mouth so you don't interrupt would be a very, very powerful skill for you to develop. Listening with the intention to just listen without offering any feedback. That's number 2. So when somebody's talking to you and they're talking about some situation they're dealing with, you listen with the intent of only listening. And number 2, do not interrupt and do not offer, well, I would do it this way, or I think you should do it that way. Don't. Just keep listening. And number 3, encourage them to think it through and come at it from different angles and provide their own solutions. Be quiet, Teddy. Sorry about that. Provide their own solutions to their own problems. That's Teddy, and Teddy is my dog, and he is also my co-coach, but he is not being a good dog. Be quiet, Teddy. That brings us to number 4. If you want to build people up, like I want to build Teddy up, right, and not scream at him, the same goes for people. If you want to build them up, you need to eliminate criticism out of your vocabulary. And that is probably one of the most powerful statements that I can tell you, is you become aware of what you are talking, the tone, the words that you're talking to your loved ones, to your co-workers, and you begin to eliminate those harsh and critical words out of your vocabulary. You will see your relationships skyrocket and get much better. We're already bombarded by enough criticism. We're already bombarded with enough negativity and pessimism. If you can be the person that shines the light and provides the willing ear, if you can be the person that doesn't interrupt and that offers a good, present, fully conscious person as a friend to be there, to be supportive, you'll find that you'll be much more sought after, because in our world it seems that most people, they don't know how to listen. They always interrupt. They always hijack the conversations. They don't really listen, and that's a skill. And I think one of the most powerful things, if you can also focus on the good that people do instead of what they're not doing. So for instance, if you have a child that you're working with that you love, and the child is getting good grades at school, but the child isn't picking up their bedroom. So are you going to scream at the kid because they're not picking up their bedroom, or are you going to focus on how good they're doing in school and their grades? That my point is don't always focus on the negative. Focus on the positive things they're doing. And when you focus on the positive and you reinforce that and you build that up, they will be able to feel comfortable around you, where they can count on you to not make them feel small. A good example of this was, it just happened to me the other day, and I was watching some other people, and this one person was helping this other person, and it was a really hard task. And the person that was having this person help, instead of being grateful and saying, I really appreciate you helping me, they were getting into the minutia of telling that other person how to do it instead of letting the other person help. And I thought to myself, wow, if I had somebody helping me in a very difficult task, I certainly wouldn't be cranky, and I certainly wouldn't be nitpicking how it got done. I would be grateful for the support, and I would be grateful for the help. So when this whole task was over, that person who helped me wouldn't go away shaking their head thinking, man, I helped them and all I heard was criticism. No, that person that helped me will go away and they'll think, oh, I'm so glad that I helped and I felt good about helping and I had a lot of positive reinforcement. So I hope this tip helps you. I'm going to go back over it again. Listen and don't interrupt. Yay! If we could just start there. Don't offer advice or criticism. Don't offer advice or interruption. Don't give your opinion. It doesn't always have to be about you. Be supportive and encourage. Focus on the positive and not the negative. Don't criticize and focus on what's not getting done. Focus on what is getting done. So I hope this tip serves you. I hope it helps you go out and improve your relationships. I hope it helps you build other people up. In our world today, as your certified high performance coach, I want to give you tools and tips that you can use to empower you to become a better leader and a role model and influencer for good. And until next tip, go out in the world, please. Do your very best. Be a great role model, and I'll see you tomorrow on the next tip.